Hey Isidro, I'm at an Airbnb traveling for the holidays, and I saw your video about Rasgueado technique, and I just wanted to share my perspective on it because this was something that I felt like if you just tried to do, odds are you're gonna get it wrong. And without some very specific tips, it's really easy to go down the wrong like trail. So the first thing that I wanted to do was say that the Rasgueado technique, there's a couple things that it isn't. And one thing that it isn't is pushing or dragging. So if you take your fingers and you find that you're manually extending them like this, that is a technique, but that's not what you're going for. You don't want to feel like you're using force to extend these fingers yourself. You want to feel instead like these fingers, when they come out, there's an effortless flicking motion involved. So how do you find that versus the pushing and dragging? That's kind of more natural when we first pick up the guitar and try and do this. The way that I was explained to do this, and that really clicked for me, is take a tabletop or like the back of your guitar or something, and let's just pretend like there's a speck of dust here on the back that I want to get rid of. The way that we would do that is you take your hand, you'd put it down, you'd flick it away, and you wouldn't even think about how to do that. You would just, it's a natural motion, it's effortless, right? Your finger collects on your thumb, it rests down, and then suddenly there's like a breaking point of energy that just, it flicks out, and it's not effort or energy that you're pushing into the finger, it just kind of releases. So take a moment, put your hand down on the table, and just pretend there's a speck of dust in front of you and flick that dust away and kind of feel like what that is for your fingers. The next step is take your hand and make what's referred to as the world's loosest fist. So by that I mean just take it and close it, and you can leave your pinky out. But see how there's actually space in there? And you can see the fingers are collecting on the surface of the palm and against the thumb itself. There's enough friction there to just keep my fingers from falling open. But if I, even slightly release that, it just flicks the finger forward. That's the key word that I'm saying like a million times, is flick. So we take this and we do the same thing. We put it down and we do one at a time from the ring, middle, index, reset. Ring, middle, index, reset. This is not tense, right? You're not squeezing it into a fist. It just kind of rests as a fist. Once you get that into your hands, when you come to the guitar, we're gonna do the same thing. But what we're gonna do first is make our loose fist and plant our thumb on here. Now, a lot of people do this differently. Some people do a flat thumb, and other people do kind of this peaked thumb. I like this for a couple reasons. The first reason is, when you have it like this, when you do your rasgueo, you get a lot of sound out of this fifth string because your hand is up here, your fingers are above it, and your hand is delivering those fingers down onto that. You can really hear the percussive nature of that. If I have a flat thumb and I do the same thing, I'm more so striking these high strings down here, the higher register strings, and it's not so much on the bass area. And the issue with that is the root of our chord tends to be on those, on the fifth string or on the sixth string, right? So we want to make sure we're getting that sound in the chords. So I just generally like trying to get to this position. Now, a lot of great people do this, so do what works for you. But no matter where you put your hand, where your hand's delivered to, what you want to feel is that same flicking motion. Flick, 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 reset. And it's not, I'm not like pushing the flick out. It's just a very relaxed release of the fingers, one at a time, so that it comes down and it strikes all of the strings sort of at the same moment, and it's not dragging out, okay? I hope that makes sense. That's a really big difference for me. So the first step is get that flick motion into your fingers. The second step is get to a guitar and try and just have, if you need to just start with one finger, start with one finger. Just do that. Get that flicking motion in rather than a push, and I think you're gonna like how your rasgueo sounds a lot more. Hope that helps.